You like your pier, don't you?
Oh, I love this pier, man. I mean, water's right there. If the water ever get up where it needs to be at, it would be fantastic. Look at them catfish. Look at that. Oh my goodness.
We actually got some worms and some crickets and stuff to fish with, didn't we?
Yeah. I'm talking about. Look at that. Look at that. Them catfish. Look at that. Boy. In the near future, I can see some fish. Ooh, I can see some fish being cooked. There's a big old carp just went by right there.
I thought that he's right there. I can see him. Sometimes it's hard to tell the catfish from the carp, but if you watch the way they swim.
Yeah. The catfish coming up to the surface a lot. The carp, he's staying right under the surface. He's getting that sinking. Anything that's sinking, he's getting it. Boy.
The little ones are hitting too.
Look at the catfish. Goodness gracious alive. Just, I'm talking about good eating size right there, about a pound.
And they're right here at the pier.
Yeah.
Y'all are in dangerous territory right now.
Look at that. A carp right there. Ooh, he was right on top of water. He's about 2.5 foot long. Wind's getting up.
Yeah. Lots of little ones. I don't know on the camera if they can see the little ones, but little ones.
It's raining.
It's raining now. Starting to rain.
Yep. That wind's getting up. Actually getting a little chilly.
That big old guy right yonder.
Look at that. Look at that.
Ooh, he's big.
His head must have been 6 inches wide. Look at that thing. He is monstrous. This would be where if you had a bow and arrow with a retriever on it where you could reel him back in, like that big one right yonder.
Shoot him and pull him back in?
Shoot him in the back of the head when he comes up and reel him in.
That's a cheap fishing.
Well, it's called bow fishing.
Yeah, I guess it would be as much a talent as anything else.
Yeah. I'll make sure there ain't no clumps in there to stop it up.
You need this free flowing.
Yep. It'll actually hold about 125 pounds, so that's 100 pounds. Oh, these are 50 pound bags.
You put 3?
No, I'm just gonna leave it at 2 right now.
2.
We'll start off with a blueberry.
Okay. The smell is awesome.
It is something else.
All of these are blooming.
These are all blooming.
Look at these blooms. I mean, thousands and thousands of blooms. Look at this one. This is one that smells so good right now. Look at the bees. Doing their jobs. Look at this one. Even these trees are small, but look at the blooms. This one is yellowing. This one, the cold got and knocked all the blooms off that had blooms.
So that was a kumquat.
But this one's coming out. And this was his, it came back from the root, not from the stem, so he wants to graft this one, but it's pretty and green.
Well, good morning, everybody. A nice, crisp morning. 52 degrees this morning. It was 80 yesterday. Heat index was way higher than that ahead of that bad storm that came through. This is Sunday morning. We thought we'd come out here and look and see what happened, and nothing really happened here. We got about a little over 1/4 of an inch of rain, and got a lot of wind during the day, but the rain didn't last but maybe, what you say, Miss Wanda, maybe 30 minutes at the most?
At least 20 to 30 minutes.
20 to 30 minutes. As a matter of fact, when the rain came, the wind quit blowing. It got just as calm, rain, not hard, just a God-given, just a good rain for the garden, guys. You look at my garden right here. I mean, it didn't do any washing. We prayed so hard that the Lord would spare us from all of this, and I tell you what, He was so good. We got just enough rain for the seeds that we put in the ground. The onions, we had just put the ammonium nitrate or the calcium nitrate, should I say. They're starting to bulb up. The potatoes on the other end, I know you probably can't see them, but they're up about 1 inch to 2 inches tall. I mean, they are looking so good. The English peas, we still got to get in here and get some stakes to pull this down where they'll start hanging on to that. But they are looking really good this morning. I'm excited about that. I can't complain, guys. I tell you what, the onions in the garden out here, we lost over half of them. But we lost a bunch in the high tunnel also. And the ones in the garden, now I'm trying to do a little bit of a comparison experiment here. These out here, I have poured the fertilizer to them because I knew they were the underdog to start with. I came in and I've put the nitrogen to them, and I'm talking about I poured it to them. I told Wanda, I said, live or die, and I dumped it. Now the ones in the high tunnel, I'm trying to keep them a little bit more, I can't use the word organic, but I can use the word, I did put a little calcium nitrate to them, but other than that, they really have just had composted to them, and they're nowhere near this. They are way, way behind. So lesson learned on that. I need to put some heavy nitrogen to them in the high tunnel. Okay, I wanted to kind of show, we did this type of trellising system here. The wind yesterday wreaked havoc on everything, guys. I mean, it was like we had a constant wind yesterday. According to my wind gauge, we had a constant wind of about 36 miles an hour. That was constant wind. That was constant. That wasn't gusts. That was constant. Well, it kind of wreaked havoc on the strings here. And the fact that we've got to come back now and pull all this down to here and stake it down means we got to do even more work with these. But now this is where we're at with the cattle panels. See, the cattle panels, they withstood the wind, no problem. These are already starting to grow into it. We have no more work to do to these. I really think from this point forward, we'll probably stick with the cattle panels because it seems like they're going to be our best way to go. I think we'll get, they're just more sturdy. The peas at the cattle panels look a lot better than the ones down yonder. And I don't know if it's a simple fact that there's galvanized metal down here. The zinc is actually playing a part in that. I don't know, but we'll watch them as they grow this year and we'll see how they do, if they do any different. Now this is our potato. This is the first what I'm going to call cut potatoes that we planted here. Remember I did the video showing you that I did 140 feet a row here or something like that. These potatoes are up. I want you to look at these. This is pretty. These are really, really pretty. Now I am concerned because we have another freeze coming next weekend. I'm a little concerned about that. But guys, we always plant our potatoes around Valentine's Day. And this year we're way behind, Normally our potatoes are up here like this, and in about 4 or 5 more weeks we're digging them. But now we're sitting here, this row here hadn't even come up yet. It's still sitting there. I got this 140 feet of row here that's just now coming up. But what I want to do is I want to show y'all what they look like in the field versus I planted one VEGO bed in the high tunnel. And when we get down to the high tunnel, we're going to go down there and look after a while. I want to show you the difference in the ones in the field out here and the ones in the VEGO beds up there. And the English peas, I want to show you the difference in them in the field. Now, you know, I'm gonna put my hand down here. They're 6 inches tall, maybe, like that. That's the English peas in the field out here. And I'm going to show you the English peas in the high tunnel, the differences between the two.